Welcome to today's daily market dissection. The purpose of this educational video is to point out where the rules align with the indicators to produce a qualified trade. Please note that these are hypothetical examples and were not taken live, and as such, they do not account for market conditions such as slippage or orders not being filled. They are for educational purposes to help you fast track your trading and improve your ability to identify our qualified trade setups. Good afternoon. Welcome to the daily market dissection for Thursday, March 15th, 2018. Today's market is the YM. We do have quite a few trades today, so we'll be moving rather quickly. Our first trade of the day is a momentum short at 938. This one just hits profit target with the runner getting stopped out at break even. And we do have 9:45 and 10 a.m. news, so we'll avoid a few trades. And here, passing up on this great momentum, but it is within news and we must follow our rules. A bit later, we have a single T long at 1010, this one just hitting profit target. This is followed by a surf short at 1018, hitting profit target, and the runner grabbing an extra tick by trailing at the high of bar 10 after it closes. Now we do have 10:30 a.m. news, which does help us avoid this very risky momentum that is heading right into the high of the day, and our purple line is just outside of the neutral zone. So it was a little bit of a fake out, but luckily due to following our news rule, we're able to avoid that. We do get a bit choppy here, and we do have a qualified dot trend at 1043 that unfortunately goes against us, but we are able to adjust our stop from 22 to 18 ticks, which does help us trim off some of that loss. Then we have this continuation long here at 1056. This one just hits profit target, getting stopped out by this tail here on bar 4, but this does give us a momentum entry in which we can take part in the rest of this run. And we'll begin trailing at the red DPI after the close of bar 10, and we'll ride over this tail here, eventually getting stopped out by this turn bar. Then we have a single T long at 1111, starting another leg of this run. This one hits profit target, and we can begin trailing at the low of the previous bar after the close of bar 8, riding over all these tails along the way, taking part in the rest of the run. Then on the way down, we do have a surf trade here at 1141. This one just hits profit target, but we do get stopped out, but we do have another surf entry immediately after, as it still does qualify, and we can take part in the rest of this run, eventually trailing at the green DPI price after the close of bar 10, eventually getting stopped out by this turn bar. Then we have a momentum long. This one just hits profit target with the runner getting stopped out at break even. This is followed by a single T, slightly choppy in this area, would likely be difficult to determine. This one does go against us, but we can tighten our stop from 22 to 18 ticks again, shaving off a bit of that loss. And we do avoid another head fake here because our blue line is not above the purple line. Then we have this momentum, but with our 15 tick stop, it does get stopped out by this wick, which we do have another entry, letting us take part in the rest of this run. So we'll eventually start trailing at the green DPI price and get stopped out by this turn bar. Now we do have to pass on this single T, as it does not touch the 50 EMA and our 200 is not in the correct order. Then we have a continuation short at 1348, a little bit of a knee jerk in here. That does catch us, but again, we are able to adjust our stop from 22 ticks to 18 ticks. Then we have a continuation short shortly after at 1353, another beautiful run. And again, after we hit our profit target, we'll begin trailing at the green DPI after the close of bar 7, eventually getting stopped out by this turn bar. Then we have a continuation short that just hits profit target, followed by a momentum that does grab a couple extra ticks by trailing at the green DPI price. Then we have this divergence reversal at the end of that run. Very great setup. After we hit profit target at the close of bar 3, we will trail at the low of bar 6 after it closes, just riding over this tail here on bar 7, after which we'll widen to the DPI price and ride the rest of the run until this turn bar. Then we have a dot trend short. This one just hitting profit target. And then we have a continuation long at 1458, does hit profit target, and by trailing at the low of the previous bar until we can widen to the DPI price, we do ride over this tail, where we'll eventually get stopped out by this turn bar. And we have a momentum long. This one does just hit profit target with the runner getting stopped out at break even, followed by our last trade of the day, which is a continuation, and unfortunately goes against us, and we're heading into 4 o'clock news. So depending on when you like to cut it off, you may have been able to avoid that. It is a qualified trade, however, that does go against us, but again, we do tighten our stop a bit, so we're able to shave off 12 ticks total on our 3 contracts. And that is all of our qualified trades for the day.